Good morning. Welcome to the first Poetry Chapel of the year this morning, and welcome back from fall break. I hope that everyone had a bit of downtime for some rest, rejuvenation, maybe some studying, maybe some grading and marking of things, and hopefully a little bit of downtime. Welcome back. Many thanks this morning to Don Duncan and to all of the readers this morning for this most lovely service. And many thanks to the English 483 course, Dangerous Literature's core capstone, for hospitality and for their welcome and for everything this morning. We reflect this morning in poetry and reading and song. I invite you to turn to the back of your page and we sing the first verse of our song.
Connecting with self. To greet life wholly, we must open our hands, embrace life, go on a journey of discovery that takes us from self-discovery to connecting with others also on a journey, to finding rest at the end of the journey. Come with us to worship our God, who holds us in a strong hand as we journey forth. Isaiah 41:10. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, I will help you, I will uphold you in my strong right hand.
A Hand by Jane Hirschfeld. A hand is not 4 fingers and a thumb, nor is it palm and knuckles, not ligaments or the fat's yellow pillow, not tendons, star of the wrist bone, meander of veins. A hand is not the thick thatch of its lines with their infinite dramas, nor what it has written, not on the page, not on the ecstatic body. Nor is the hand its meadows of holding, of shaping, not sponge of rising yeast bread, not rotor pen smoothness, not ink. The maple's green hands do not cup the proliferant rain. What empties itself falls into the place that is open. A hand turned upward holds only a single transparent question, unanswerable, humming like bees. It rises, swarms, departs.
I Felt My Life with Both Hands by Emily Dickinson. I felt my life with both my hands to see if it was there. I held my spirit to the glass to prove it possibler. I turned my being round and paused at every pound to ask the owner's name for doubt that I should know the sound. I judged my features, jarred my hair. I pushed my dimples by and waited. If they twinkled back, conviction might of me. I told myself, take courage, friend. That was a former time, but we might learn to like the heaven as well as our old home.
The Journey by Mary Oliver. One day you finally knew what you had to do and began, though the voices around you kept shouting their bad advice, though the whole house began to tremble and you felt the old tug at your ankles. Mend my life, each voice cried, but you didn't stop. You knew what you had to do, though the wind pried with its stiff fingers at the very foundations, though their melancholy was terrible. It was already late enough and a wild night, and the road full of fallen branches and stones. But little by little, as you left their voices behind, the stars began to burn through the sheets of clouds. And there was a new voice, which you slowly recognized as your own. It kept you company as you strode deeper and deeper into the world, determined to do the only thing you could do, determined to save the only life you could save. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope.
Connecting with Others, Your Hands by Pablo Neruda. When your hands go out, love, toward mine, what do they bring me flying? Why did they stop at my mouth suddenly? Why do I recognize them, as if then, before, I had touched them? As if before they existed, they had passed over my forehead, my waist. Their softness came flying over time, over the sea, over the smoke, over the spring. And when you placed your hands on my chest, I recognized those golden dove wings. I recognized that clay and that color of wheat. All the years of my life, I walked around looking for them. I went up the stairs, I crossed the roads, trains carried me, waters brought me, and in the skin of the grapes, I thought I touched you. The woods suddenly brought me your touch, the almond announced to me your secret softness, until your hands closed on my chest, and there, like two wings, they ended their journey.
Journey by Edna St. Vincent Millay. Ah, I could lay me down in this long grass and close my eyes and let the quiet wind blow over me. I am so tired of passing pleasant places. All my life, following care along the dusty road, have I looked back at loveliness and sighed. Yet at my hand an unrelenting hand tugged ever, and I passed. All my life long over my shoulder I have looked at peace, and now I fain would lie in this long grass and close my eyes. Yet onward, catbirds call through the long afternoon, and creeks at dusk are guttural. Whippoorwills wake and cry, drawing the twilight close around their throats. Only my heart makes answer. Eager vines go up the rocks and wait. Flushed apple trees pause in their dance and break the ring for me. And bayberry, that through sweet bevy's thread of round-faced roses, pink and petulant, look back and beckon ere they disappear. Only my heart responds. Yet my path is sweet on either side all through the dragging day, sharp underfoot and hot, and like dead mist the dry dust hangs. But far, oh far as passionate eye can reach, and long, ah long as rapturous eye can cling, the world is mine, blue hill, still silver lake, broad field, bright flower, and the long white road, a gateless garden, and an open path, my feet to follow and my heart to hold.
Courage by Anne Sexton. It is in the small things we see it. The child's first step, as awesome as an earthquake. The first time you rode a bike wallowing up the sidewalk. The first spanking when your heart went on a journey all alone. When they called you crybaby or poor or fatty or crazy and made you into an alien, you drank their acid and concealed it. Later, if you faced the death of bombs and bullets, you did not do it with a banner, you did it with only a hat to cover your heart. You did not fondle the weakness inside you, though it was there. Your courage was a small coal that you kept swallowing. If your buddy saved you and died himself in so doing, then his courage was not courage, it was love. Love. As simple as shaving soap. Later, if you have endured a great despair, then you did it alone. Getting a transfusion from the fire, picking the scabs off your heart, then wringing it out like a sock. Next, my kinspeople, you powdered your sorrow. You gave it a back rub, and then you covered it with a blanket, and after it had slept a while, it woke to the wings of the roses and was transformed. Later, when you face old age and its natural conclusion, your courage will still be shown in the little ways. Each spring will be a sword you'll sharpen. Those you love will live in a fever of love, and you'll bargain with the calendar. And at the last moment, when death opens the back door, you'll put on your carpet slippers and stride out.
Completing a Journey. Uphill by Christina Rossetti. Does the road wind uphill all the way? Yes, to the very end. Will the day's journey take the whole long day? From morn to night, my friend. But is there for the night a resting place? A roof for when the slow, dark hours begin? May not the darkness hide it from my face? You cannot miss that inn. Shall I meet other wayfarers at night, those who have gone before? Then must I knock or call when just in sight? Will they not keep you waiting at that door? Shall I find comfort, travel sore and weak? Of labor you shall find the sum. Will there be beds for me and all who seek? Yea, beds for all who come. From Psalm 63. God, you are my God, I seek you. My soul thirsts for you, my flesh faints for you, as in a dry and weary land where there is no water. So I've looked upon you in the sanctuary, beholding your power and glory. Because your steadfast love is better than life, my lips will praise you. So I will bless you as long as I live. I will lift up my hands and call on your name.
Clean Hands by Carl Sandburg. It is something to face the sun and know you are free, to hold your head in the shafts of daylight slanting the earth, and know your heart has kept a promise and the blood runs clean. It is something. To go one day of your life among all men with clean hands, clean for the day booked today and the record of the after days. Held at your side proud, satisfied to the last and ready. So to have clean hands, God, it is something. One day of life so, and a memory fastened till the stars sputter out, and a love washed as white linens in the noon drying. Yes, go find the men of clean hands one day and see the life, the memory, the love they have, to stay longer than the plunging sea wets the shores or the fires heave under the crust of the earth. Oh yes, clean hands is the chant, and only one man knows its sob and its undersung, and he dies, clenching the secret more to him than any woman or chum. And oh, the great brave men, the silent little brave men, proud of their hands, clutching the knuckles of their fingers into fists ready for death and dark, ready for life in the fight, the pay and the memories. Oh, the men proud of their hands.
Journey Home by Rabindranath Tagore. The time that my journey takes is long, and the way of it long. I came out on the chariot of the first gleam of light and pursued my voyage through the wildernesses of worlds, leaving my track on many a star and planet. It is the most distant course that comes nearest to thyself, and that training is the most intricate, which leads to the utter simplicity of a tune. The traveler has to knock at every alien door to come to his own, and one has to wander through all the outer worlds to reach the innermost shrine at the end. My eyes strayed far and wide before I shut them, and said, "Here art thou." The question and the cry, "Oh, where?" melt into tears of 1,000 streams, and deluge the world with the flood of the assurance, "I am."
For our sending song this morning, at the end of this invitation to journey, we decided to turn to a song of journey that we used as with incoming freshmen this year. And so this Hamba Nati, which is a South African song in Zulu, we used at Blessing the Journey this fall. So there may be some of you here who know it, but for those who don't, I'll teach it for a minute, but I invite you to stand. Because not everywhere in the world do we always stand fully stiff and straight up when we sing. So you can feel free to dance and to move with this music. And so it goes like this. Andrew, can you give me a B? Thanks. So I'll sing one line and invite you to repeat it, and so we'll learn it quickly. So it goes, Hamba Nati Makuluweku, 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 Hamba Nati Makuluweku. Hamba Nati Makuluweku, Hamba Nati Makuluweku. Great, that's the whole verse, and then the refrain just goes like this. Makulu, Makulu, Makuluweku, Makulu, Makulu, Makuluweku, Makulu, Makulu, Makuluweku, Makulu, Makulu, Makuluweku, Makulu, Makulu, Wonderful. So we'll sing that fully through once, and then we'll switch to the English that just goes the same. Come walk with us, the journey is long. And we're going to see if I can actually do some djembe and sing at the same time. So hopefully that works. Receive the blessing. May the God of journey bless you, keep you, and accompany you all the days of your life.